What is up and how are you? And thank you for tuning in. I am going to give you a sneak peek of the behind the scenes of my recording session when I was on David Meltzer's 2-minute drill business pitch competition show. And so it's a new show. It's out now. There's 3 episodes that have aired with more to come. And as I understand, they're going to start recording for season 2 in February or March to air also this year. So the show is out on Bloomberg TV, currently on Friday nights at 8:30. But it appears that I did not make the cut of my episode, meaning I also did not win my episode, but that's okay. It was a thrilling experience and I had a great time. And I had 2 minutes to pitch, but the whole process took nearly 3 hours. And so heading into it, I thought it would be a really interesting experience and a piece of good thing to see if you could just take a peek behind the scenes as to what that looked like for my home office, right? So TV studios, especially for a startup business pitch competition show, they're not going to fly folks in from all over the world. So we can remote in via something similar to Zoom. So there was a virtual green room and we pitched in our home office. And so we had a lot of control over our own environments. And so this is a really cool behind the scenes view of that because I did have some technical difficulties and you'll get to see how I overcame that. And then how some of those challenges at the beginning did affect some of the show. Or at least my pitch and feedback. So we'll get into that. And I'm going to press play and pause to note things as we go along in the show here. So let's jump in. So I started recording here. I just threw a cheap Sony flip cam up in the corner to record for a couple hours. And so we recorded big chunks of 30 minutes. So it took some time today to bring all this stuff into one view and edit it all down. We're not going to watch, I've got 3 hours down to about 13 minutes with a bunch of edits and speeding things up. And anyway, you'll see those as we work them in. So appreciate you tuning in. So here we're going to jump into it. And first thing we're going to see is me jumping into the virtual green room and just sort of sitting idly by for a moment. So here we go. So I got a couple notes, took a couple notes there. So that was actually probably 20 minutes of me sitting in this virtual green room while the production manager, the producer, was giving us some updates on how the day was going to go, what to expect. If you look behind me, I did take some time, which was pointed out by the judges. I did show, I've got my Dash City Esports logo up on the wall. I put it up on the TV and our website to try to get some branding on the television. And a lot of you guys probably know me from Adventure Geek Productions and my, our journey throughout the endurance event production world. Saw a lot of you guys at a lot of start finish lines, or you're coming from friends and family that I've known forever. So here I am talking to the producer now that's getting ready to ask me some questions for some pre-show interview questions. I've got a quick question. Can you hear me now? Uh-oh. No, not working? I'm testing the mic there. Hold on. I'm testing the mic a couple times, and then the thoughts running through my head. I tested the mic, and I'm running through oh man, what kind of settings can I update to get this headset working? Yeah, is that not working? I probably recorded myself in my 2-minute pitch probably 35 different times. Leading up, and this was the best headset and microphone heading into this recording session, the best headset and mic to produce the best audio quality before I got this new microphone here. So that's why I was using this one. But it was wireless. Try a different headset. Oh geez, trying a different headset. I unplug it. It's a wireless headset, but I have it in the computer just charging to make sure I had enough charge for the day. How about now? No. All right, hold on. Full send, baby. I was pretty upset with that headset that it didn't work. So I just sent it flying across the room. Big sigh of regret. Let's get that again. All right, hold on. So mad. I was so mad. Big sigh. Is that better? Yeah? Can you hear me? Can't hear me. You can hear me through his headphones or through my headphones. You would hope so. Those headphones are so big, right? So what I did there was I plugged that headset in, but I still had my wireless receiver up on top of the computer there. And so I unplugged the wireless receiver and then refreshed the computer or refreshed my connection and then updated the settings really quickly. And I think it just took a second for their audio input to update. Okay, test 1, 2, 3. So testing like at an event, testing the AV. How about that? Are we better? Better now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Now we're good? There we go. Here we go, baby. Okay, cool. That's good. So I had multiple headsets. Before I get started, I'd like to pitch standing up. So are you going to record this? Do you want me to move my camera down here and talk into it for these questions? And then can I move it back up to where it is for my pitch? Okay. So big heads up there. If you guys are doing a lot of virtual meetings, Zoom meetings, virtual presentations, whatever, all this, like, the world's here, right? We're in the virtual event, virtual production, virtual meeting times. And so be aware of your lighting and your audio and your visual connections and equipment. And so a lot of my lighting is coming from the front. So from what he can see, I have great light coming from the front. That headset now is my second best headset, second best audio versus, now this new mic I've got. And then be aware of like your background and your surroundings. So turn the camera on, practice. And so I knew during my pitch, so I'm currently looking at my computer screen and the camera, but behind me is a window. And so I used the top ledge of the window to set the camera on to give me a more eye level view of when I was standing back here delivering my pitch. But I knew during this like pre and post show recording session, I wanted to be seated and more intimate and more connected and a little bit more organic than like standing back on a stage giving my business pitch. So that was my two different angles I wanted to use from one camera. So you can do the same even if you're recording something for YouTube or any other kind of content. Nice. So he's going to ask me some like pre-show interview questions about my business here. My name is Jefferson Nicholson, and my company's name is Dash City Esports. I started Dash City Esports to celebrate the local gaming community. We started Dash City Esports this summer, 2020. So we recorded this in earlier mid-November. And so I started this organization over the summer, just laying down the basic foundation of this whole organization. And then so like every day, brick by brick, we're building this thing. So if you're watching this now, you're still super early on, and I appreciate you tuning in. We're currently on the biggest challenge my business is currently facing is just moving from idea phase into execution phase. So I did ask later on if I could update that at the very end because I thought that was a pretty shit question or response to that question. What motivates me and inspires me to do my best is watching the growth and the interest in everybody who's involved in esports, whether that's the production side of things, the gamer side of things, the personality side of things, the content creation, and the stories and the journey involved with that growth. I still love you guys, right? So I'm still super interested. I'm way more interested in what other folks are doing within esports than I am myself having the best of everything for me. It's just a more fun for me. Selfishly, being more interested in what you guys is way more fun for me than focus on me trying to be the next biggest gamer or TV personality. So I'm just trying to trying to make it in the industry by helping you guys out. Can I put my camera back up there? Okay. All right, now's the waiting game, because now everybody's in this virtual green room. We're waiting for all the judges to come in, get set up, do the makeup, do whatever. During this time, it was probably close to 45 minutes. I thought the format was going to be, I'm going to have 2 minutes to pitch my business, and then I have a minute for some feedback. Or I thought I was going to have 2 minutes to pitch my business, 2 minutes of feedback from the judges, and then 1 minute for Q&A. And so I'm just like thinking through my pitch over and over and over, and then thinking of the updated question I want to ask, because there's new judges and not just one judge that I dealt with before. And then eventually I did have a question prepared. I did not get a chance to ask those questions or respond to any feedback later on, but that's okay. I mean, it's all part of the prep work. So had tons of notes over on the side. You can kind of see all my notes for the pitch. So I had like my big bullet points of my pitch written down over here on these 2 sheets of paper in case I needed to use them whenever it was my time to pitch. I go to the bathroom like a pro. I am answering a few questions for the producers, but most of the time I'm just sitting here in the virtual green room just talking to myself and getting ready. And I was the first one up, so there were 6 people to pitch that day, but I was the first one on the schedule to get going. So I've moved my camera, I'm getting in position, and honestly my heart's racing right now just thinking about getting up, standing up, getting ready to deliver my pitch. My mouth got super dry. My mouth is sort of getting dry now just thinking about it. It was like the adrenaline running through was just the same as lining up for a competitive foot race. I have no idea what that buzz is on the camera. I can see the judges. They've asked me if I'm ready, so I can hear the producer and I can see the judges and David Meltzer standing up talking, doing their intros for the show. Smile, got to get that energy, positive energy. Let's go, baby. Try to get rid of some of that nervous energy. Look at that mouth, that dry mouth. Here we go. It's going to be good. David Meltzer said, we're going to have some great pitches today. Here we go. You may be able to hear him too. Let's go. Esports is the next global sport and a family activity. Though it's a huge inclusive industry with over $40 billion in consumer spending annually, just here in the US, there's still many gamers still sitting on the sidelines due to the high cost of equipment and underdeveloped organizational infrastructure. Dash City Esports will be an elite gaming center that will provide the latest in gaming tech, and content creation tools. We'll offer in-house equipment rentals, light food and beverage choices, weekly tournaments, special events, and a full suite of multimedia production services. Outside of major metro markets, the path to pro esports is unclear and disjointed. Our purpose is to bridge that gap between average gamers and content creators and the esports multimedia production industry. Our mission is to reduce the barriers of entry by lowering the cost of that access to that equipment, and then we're going to build a supportive community of ambassadors and staff whose objective is to create, play, and compete together. The game before us looks like this. Level 1, we got to set the stage to attract and support local gamers and creators. For level 2, we're going to partner with local businesses and host game nights on their turf to empower our brand's stage, helping us to gain exposure and experience for level 3, which is opening our own complex. Level 4, repeat and amplify. Now is the time to stake our claim before the esports venue race gets started. Like every hometown needs a Little League field, so too will be the demand and adoption of gaming centers. But just like the superstars at Nerd Street Gaming up in Philly or Complexity Gaming over in Texas have grown, I know we'll have to win locally before we can grow and compete globally. Our multifaceted service business will ensure we'll be ready to level up with market demand. It's going to cost $150,000 to open this facility, but I'm getting closer to that goal every day thanks to my event marketing agency. So here's my ask, Dave. Will you be my mentor and guide me through creating a complementary organization to Sports One Marketing and save me years of dummy tax in return for calling our esports coaching services the Meltzer Esports Academy? So we can maybe hear some of the judges' feedback here, but maybe not. I wish I would have recorded my screen for that event. But Rory Catan, the CEO of Verb, which is a marketing SaaS platform for fields, in-person sales, and sales agents. Pretty neat company. Check that out, Verb. He said. He laughed and said, working at Jefferson. And then he proceeded to roast me for my headphones. And maybe I spoke too fast. I did get the pitch to about 1:56 with all this information. I know it was a lot of information for the 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, so please go watch the show, you guys. Watch these other people pitch their business. So at 2 minutes, if you run long, they cut you off, and then of course they're going to give you some critical feedback for running long. And if you leave too much time on the clock, then they're going to get onto you too for leaving too much time on the clock, because you've got this opportunity to present to millions of people, and you're going to leave that much time on the clock and that much doubt, and then who knows who you could connect with. So I'd gotten it down to just shy of 2 minutes. When I looked at the clock, when I did finish, I finished like 1:53, 1:54. And so, in hindsight, when I delivered my pitch, when he said, ready, set, go, man, my heart was pumping, my adrenaline was flowing. And I, of course, spoke faster than I had gotten it down to, my cadence down to for my pitch. But yeah, it was a lot of information I was trying to get in there in 2 minutes. So anyway, I hope you guys like the pitch. We're going to try to listen in on some of the judges' feedback. But I would be interested in hearing your feedback on how my pitch went in the comments section anywhere. He said, first of all, have you seen yourself with those giant headphones? Yeah. He said, okay. You got to get some smaller headphones. I was too distracted. He said, you were talking fast. And there was a lot of hand movement. It's so hard to hear. I'm sorry for this. He did give me some shout outs. He said he liked my background. He did give me some props for having my brand in the background with our social media tag at Dash City Esports and website dashcity.gg. So, he had some good feedback, right? Like, these headphones are giant, and now I'm a glasses guy, so I am moving to more, and I've got this new microphone, so now I'm more of an earbud and microphone guy now, which I could have gotten away with in the show with this new with this new mic. But live and learn, right? So I took the feedback well, and I'm applying it to these productions now. Thanking him for that critical feedback. So Michael is the CEO of Cooler, co-founder and CEO of Cooler, which is like carbon fiber cooling technology that they wrap around like lithium batteries and stuff to increase the cooling and lifestyle efficiency of electronics, which is like super cool stuff. So check out Cooler as well. It's nearly impossible. Yeah, I mean, I can't hear what he's saying, but he was giving me kudos. Said I wasn't talking too fast. He could keep up. But this guy's literally a rocket scientist, and so he did say like during the recording session that I made his blood boil, and I was like, oh shoot! But then he was like, oh, like it was making him excited, and he said, man, I can't wait for you to open a franchise in Northern California. So I was pretty amped about that. And then David Meltzer was thanking me for his being so enthusiastic. And he did say I was talking a little bit fast from what I remember. But he did offer, he sort of did take me up on my offer and said, yes, he would be my mentor. He would love to mentor me. But in return, I had to teach him how to be as passionate and like animated for his pitches as I was for mine. So that was the deal that was verbally struck. And so if they release the footage, it's until they do that, it's my word against theirs. So David Meltzer, I'm going to hold you to it. You said you would be my mentor and be an advisor to the business. If I would teach you how to be more animated with your business pitch and your presentations, and I would love to do so anytime. You get priority scheduling, sir. So then they move on to the next pitch, and just watching the next 5 pitches, they were pretty good. So in the show, they've only got 4 that aired. So they record 6, they'd run some TV magic, and then have just 4 after that. So here I'm watching all the pitches, texting Kristen how I think it's going. And so far I'm taking notes on some of the other pitches, and I'm thinking I'm going to do pretty well. We had a little bit of a break there to redo some makeup or take a quick time out, but I think by this time they've already announced who was the winner. And I was texting Kristen that didn't win it, but I'm doing some post-interview questions and I was about to wrap up. What was the best part of being on the show? Just getting that awesome feedback from the judges. I guess I need to look into getting a new headphone sponsor, but that's okay. But I had different headphones that weren't so big and had better audio. This is only my second time pitching a business, and just can't wait to get more feedback from my community and friends who watch the show. I need your guys' feedback. So how did you think my business pitch was? How do you think this video is? Is it okay? And I know it's kind of weird, like watching myself and commenting on this behind the scenes thing. This is my first time doing this. So it's weird watching me talk and laugh and touch my face 1,000 times while the camera goes at 50 times speed. But I need your feedback. What do you guys think of the pitch? What could I have done better? Obviously I could have done something better. I would have won, maybe, or maybe the other pitch was that good. Go watch the episode and watch it. See the winner and see what she was pitching. So asking me some different questions. The best piece of advice I got from today's show was you must be what you can be. Do everything you can with what you've got. And for me, that just means, I'm going to do everything I can day by day in my community, supporting the local small businesses and esports and content creator community little by little with our new platform. Let me try that again without all the ums. See, I knew they were going to work in a little bit of TV magic. So I had a good thought there, but sometimes it's not so clean. So it's okay to practice, but I knew they were going to do some production and they might not even include it. So I figured I would ask and try to give it another shot. He said, yeah, okay, go ahead, give it a shot.
What's today's biggest lesson I learned? Today's biggest lesson I learned was you must be what you can be. Do everything you've got with what you've got when you've got it. And I just can't wait to apply that lesson to my local gamers, my local small businesses and content creators on top of the platform we're creating, and to help them have a pedestal to extend their platform as well. What I want you guys to learn about me and my company, just love for you guys to visit us at dashcity.gg.
Just visit, baby.
Visit us in
Just
all
come
of our
hang
community
out.
channels, whether it be any of the social medias or chat rooms like Discord. Just
Join
come
our
learn
Discord,
more about us and
join us on
our
Instagram,
other community members.
Twitter,
It's not just about me.
Facebook,
It's just about what everybody's up to in the
YouTube.
creator and gaming and small business space.
See what we're up to, because I'm always promoting
What's the biggest challenge
people
my company's
in the
facing
group,
at the
not
moment? Well, it's
myself.
like a lot of other entrepreneurs. My wife and I welcomed our first baby girl into the world this year. And so we're just trying to find a way to balance or reallocate time and resources and attention to our growing family and growing business. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so there you have it, guys. Growing family, growing organization, getting involved in all kinds of stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking this out. Appreciate your patience as I drug this 13 minutes out into 26 minutes. But hey, it was shorter than the 3 hours that all this stuff actually took just to record, not even to edit. But yeah, come visit us, dashcity.gg. Find us on all the socials at Dash City Esports, mainly a gaming club, gaming organization, mainly centered in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So a lot of the people I'm promoting are from around here or have ties to Winston-Salem or to Wake Forest or Winston-Salem State or somebody local. So we're starting local before we can grow and compete globally. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I need your feedback, whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, whatever. And if you're looking to help out, I would love to have you help out in whatever your strengths or talents may be. If you can lend them our way to extend our growth, I promise you that I will promote you and whatever you've got going on to the high heavens. Or if we can be a springboard to whatever your next thing is, or if you want to get in on the ground floor of this thing, love for you to join us. Please shoot me a note through any of the socials. That all comes to me. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the queue.